forest by himself and came back a new person.
Yeah.
You know, the story of Jesus going, or Moses going to Mount Sinai and shit. Buddha had to go through the forest and go by himself and learn and deal with his own battles and shit. You feel me? Yeah. And that's only a battle that you can have, and you got your own connection with your own voice type shit.
How Buddha walked through the forest and he's still so fat?
Exactly, bro. That don't even make sense. Well, because he be sitting down and meditating all day.
Shit. When I meditate, I get buffer. Hilarious. All right, man. We about to roll in.
Let's get in
15 minutes of this bullshit. Let's go.
We got some new music for you, motherfuckers.
We got some new music, man. Hopefully it's not too hard.
No. Turn that shit up.
As loud as it goes. Luckily, I don't know what this building. Man, we need the soundproofing.
I done lost too many friends.
I noticed that.
My limit, I'm paying it down. When is this shit going? Counting my blessings are good in the bed. I'm learning from all my lessons. Better chase a check and see the bands is stretching. Got no time for bullshit. Got like 30 sessions. Go and take a breath. You know Rizzy and me, that's a fucking man.
Too soon, bro. Too soon.
On me now. Don't make no casualties now. The cash come with casualties. Watch how you handle me. Watch how you step when you niggas in debt with me. Ain't no one next to me. Next is a back for necessity. I let them Rex get the best of me. Ain't no one checking me. Bro got the Lexus.
You got the Lexus and the Challenger.
You know what the fuck time it is, man. Welcome to a really good podcast, man. Home of a really good podcast, man. What do you say?
This is before the Tesla.
No, I had the Tesla.
At the time?
Yeah, that's why I made the line. Stupid. It's before the Lexus, though.
That was before Lexus.
Oh, my bad. I thought I said Tesla.
No Tesla.
No. I thought they were talking about my Tesla bar. We in the Tesla, my hands on her thighs. No, she don't take.
Oh, yeah.
You know what's funny, though? I was in her Tesla the other day, and I was like, dang, she was playing a song. I'm like, this is not what I envisioned when I said that line. I'm over here like fucking riding bitch, just like I'm reaching across. She about to reach across and grab my thigh as she drives.
That's hilarious.
Bro, Alvi doing. Oh, no, sorry. I can't reveal. Never mind. For unnamed. Can't reveal him yet.
All right.
But yeah, anyways, if you're watching this shit, like and subscribe, man. We in the building.
Yep.
As y'all can see, I'm not going to overlook our new set this time. But this isn't the official new set. This is just a make do set. You like the bars? You know what I'm saying? I got bars, man. I'll be rapping, I'm telling y'all. But yeah, we had to switch some things around today because our usual location, which is going to be changed anyways, had some construction and whatnot. We've been hustling and bustling. We here now, and we live and direct, man. How y'all feeling? How's the engagement been this week? Y'all been engaging? Y'all seen some of these comments we getting? Y'all what y'all feeling?
They've been pretty cool, man. I've been seeing them. They do not like the Kendrick takes. They do like the Kendrick takes.
I got more for them too.
It go back and forth.
I be in that motherfucker arguing, bro. It's kind of fun though. It's fun. I sign on. I'm just looking for the comments, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm right on them.
Yeah.
Can you tell what else I was doing this week?
You was bored?
I was bored as hell.
Bored as hell. You were so bored you wrote a dissertation about it?
Hell yeah. I was looking shit up. I was reaching this
synopsis?
Shit. Hell yeah. I'm going to start doing this shit more.
Episode 63, guys. Let's go. We getting through the checklist today. Okay. Not a bad start. Weird ass week though. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a weird week.
Wow.
Not for me personally, just like in the world, like weird shit going on. Also, just a bunch of events. I can't believe the fucking trial is still going on.
The Amber Heard shit.
Yeah.
It's been dragging on.
I lost interest, then got back interested again within that time. It's been a long time, bro, but it's about to be over. So we'll have a conclusion to that one. That'll be cool. Yeah. No fucking way.
Yeah, your legs aren't hitting the floor.
Yeah, they are, motherfucker.
All right, well, fuck it. We'll
all
go
the toes.
All right, where were we? Yeah, a bunch of shit happened this week. Yeah, so not to kill the vibe, but we definitely gotta send out a big just hella prayers to the shit that happened in Texas, bro.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy to hear about. I feel like we hear about those things like so often now. It's happening so frequently, but this one fucked me up. The whole story was crazy, but also it was kind of conflicting stories of exactly what happened. So what I read is basically the dude shot his grandma.
Yeah.
Drove off in a pickup truck, crashed the pickup truck, started just shooting randomly at people, then went into school and then did what he did.
Yeah.
At first, I was seeing people talk about the cops like, why didn't they do anything? Because the first story I had heard was that they chased him, he crashed, got out, started shooting, and then ran in. In that case, regardless of that, we'll get more into like the police aspect of it. But wow, it's a crazy ass thing. And then now everyone, of course, is talking about gun control and things of that nature.
Yeah.
What are y'all thoughts?
Right. I think this one just hits even harder, especially because it's all so many fucking children, man. Mm-hmm. And I know that we see so many people die throughout the week. We're like desensitized.
Yeah,
to
Buffalo just happened right before.
Yeah, man, and it's like that type of shit happens, and it kind of reminds me of like when COVID first hit, and people wouldn't believe that COVID was real until it got closer to home. Like a friend or family member would get it. Like this type of shit's happening. I don't want this closer to home. Yeah. Like I have a niece and I have a nephew that like I'm not trying to see that happen to any one of them, and I just can't like. I know the parents are angry for the death, but it's also how it was handled too, especially with the cops taking their time going in there. And I don't know, man. It's this one's just like
that part pissed me off.
Yeah, finding out after.
Understand. So basically, today I just read that the police were there. They got there about 20 minutes after the shooting started. They didn't get in for an hour. There was an hour of the guy in there just shooting. Yeah. And it was they said over 400 rounds he shot in there. And the police are outside. Parents have pulled up. They're outside. And one of the parents tried to like fight past him because they're like, "What are y'all doing? Like, y'all aren't moving. Y'all are just standing here," because they were supposedly waiting for SWAT. Those are their orders. Wait for SWAT. And then parents are fighting, trying to get in. They end up tackling one of the parents and arresting him because he's trying to get in and do something to help the kids. And I get the whole thing of the orders probably were to wait for SWAT, but it's hard to believe that when you look at everyone that wants to be a cop, that wants to serve, that wants. Yeah. I find it really hard to believe had this been like LA, that the cops are just like, yeah, we're gonna wait for an hour while dudes in there shooting. Someone, I'm not saying go running in there, guns blazing, akimbo, thinking you on some Call of Duty shit, but I assume y'all have tactics for this type of stuff, right? Right. And their explanation was, and apparently they admitted they handled it wrong. They're mad unprepared. We also got to take into account it's a small ass town. Nothing happens there. These niggas were not ready for anything like that, is what it seems like. The fact that y'all stood out there for an hour straight. And then they said from their eyes, they looked at it. They didn't think that anyone had survived because of the shots that had gone off. And they were saying we changed the threat level. They lowered the threat level to subject barricaded as opposed to what it originally was, which is someone shooting up the school, shooting kids, because their assumption was everyone is probably dead. That's just, to me, that's very stupid, because why would you just say, oh yeah, they're probably all dead? Well, they're gonna be dead because now if they're bleeding out, you just waited an hour and they're kids. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, nah, that's bullshit.
This is like a huge lack in training, because after Columbine, I forgot the guy's name. He was talking about it. He was like a head. What is it called when you're talking to people if there's like a hostage situation? I think it turned back on automatically.
Oh, we get that up. My bad. Okay, good. I just started hearing it.
But what was I saying? Oh, those. What are the people called? When there's a hostage situation? The negotiator. Okay. So he's like a lead negotiator, and he was talking about when Columbine happened. After Columbine happened, they're trained to go in even without backup. You're supposed to be going in there like without backup. You don't have to wait for tactical to show up and all of that. So that's where it shocked me that the lack of training, and also they were talking about how much the funding was for the police in that county, something around like 40%. Oh yeah, in Uvalde, is it Uvalde? No, Texas. 40% of the city's budget goes to the police. The school district has its own police force, and it all failed when the community needed them the most.
So what, does the school police not have guns?
They had one armed security, and I guess the guy got past him too. I haven't heard anything about that. Apparently, they had one armed security guard.
Yeah. So if you're the first responder, you should have some type of training for that. Like you guys are saying, like that just seems like negligence or a lack.
And he
of
just
protocol.
Walked right in the school.
Yeah.
Nothing in the way of him.
And there was another topic about that the police couldn't get in because they were lacking a key.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that's about. What? When bro just walked in that bitch, like. There's things you can do. Like, I understand I've never been shot at by a dude with a fucking assault rifle and body armor. But you're the police. Like, you're the ones that people are calling for this. Yeah. So y'all just saying, yeah, we're just going to surround it, let him do his thing in there. It's kind of crazy, bro. Like, even if you did something to try to divert his attention, do something. Get in there and try to do something. And I think a lot of police officers would say, nah, I'm not standing there. Like, there's no way. Like,
yeah. And after he shot his grandma, supposedly...
And she lived, too.
She lived. That drive from his grandma's to the school is 12 minutes. Grandma called the police already. So I don't understand how they don't have school on lockdown. I understand that they don't know where he's going to go, but there is a man with 2 AKs, or not AKs, 2 fucking ARs, and you guys aren't taking your necessary precautions to shut down the schools around you. Yeah. And that's just so frustrating to hear. And I don't even, like, I know the parents are angry that their child is gone. Like, I can't even fathom like what they're going through. Like, it's such a scary moment in this time. Yeah. And you hear a lot of this gun control. They're talking about it. How do you guys feel about teachers should have guns? How do you feel?
I don't think teachers should have guns. That shouldn't be in their job to say, hey, you have to take control over this situation, because there still are a lot of older, antiquated teachers, you know. Mm-hmm. So it's like giving a 60-year-old teacher a gun. Like, my grandma's still teaching. Yeah. You know? Yeah. So it's like, I don't know how she would feel going to school every day knowing she has a gun in her drawer. Like, I don't think she would feel comfortable with that, even though she knows she's the person controlling it. But yeah, I mean, especially with schools, it's like, and that's what I think is the scariest thing about this situation, is the fact that it happened where there are people who are defenseless, and really more so the fact that, like, there really wasn't a lot of telltale signs that he was going to do it. You know, like, I was reading something that was talking about how none of his family kind of saw him that way, and it was like a quick flip. You know, and he had posted some stuff on social media, but you can't just assume.
The messages are crazy.
The messages are wild, but the messages are like so close to the actual shooting. So it's like, he was a quiet kid. They said he went to work, got his check, went back home. You know, like, wasn't really on social media like that. It wasn't like a wild kid or anything. So I read something too that he had like cut his face a little bit and said it was like some cat scratches, so his friend wasn't his friend no more. Like, he said he had flipped, but that still is not a telltale sign that, hey, he's gonna go shoot somebody, you know. So it's like, when you at that, and like you said, it could really happen at any moment. But I feel like we need to have more so of a preparedness versus, we have to restrict stuff and take stuff away. Because I think a lot of the times we have this conversation about, okay, what should they do about gun laws? Mm-hmm. And if somebody's in this place where there's defenseless people, let's say a school or a mall or something like that, if you allow more people to have concealed carry or allow more guards who are trained to hold weapons, I'm pretty sure a lot of more people will be deterred from doing that, because they know, hey, there's going to be some guns out there. I'm fighting against, what it is. So, and it's like, you can't really take away the guns that we have in America. Like, we have more guns than people, damn near. Yeah. So that's not going to work. We have so much ammo. Like, the beast has already been unleashed out of the box. You feel me? Yeah, the whole gun part. So now that we have guns, let's accept it and let's move forward and be more proactive about stopping this shit.
Yeah, and I do think it needs to be harder for people to get guns. But even when we talk about background checks, like, I don't see why he wouldn't have cleared a background check if he didn't have a previous like history.
He was 18, like, he just got
exactly. Like, he had no background to really talk about. So that's the thing. It's hard to figure out. I think it does need to be harder for people to get guns, like
a psych fucking evaluation.
But that's what I've thought of. But how, realistically, like, how are you gonna do that? Like, so many people are getting guns, bro. Like, the amount of people imagine, think about how many jobs that would take to have all these people psych evaluated, everyone that wants to get a gun. Like, I just feel like it's not actually practical, but it would be ideal. Yeah. Everyone had to pass some shit.
How long did it take you to get your gun and your license?
Like 2 weeks. It was pretty fast.
I don't know. Maybe it got to be a longer process.
But even then, like, all right, so wait 30 days, then go shoot up a, like, that's the thing. But I feel like it's so hard to actually prevent people from doing shit like that. I think California, some of the laws do make sense. The ARs, you can only get 10-round mags. Yeah. But people are gonna get whatever the fuck they want, because
you can go anywhere.
Go to Nevada real quick.
It's illegal to get an extended mag, but niggas can go to Vegas and go get an extended mag.
Exactly. So that's why I do come to the point of like, well, if these things aren't gonna change and there's gonna continue to be people that are able to get guns, even if you didn't go through a shop, bro, anyone can get a gun. Yeah. But you might argue, well, they might be having a ghost gun, they might be having some bullshit that's gonna jam on them. But ideally, it wouldn't be, because there is a certain aspect to it where you go to a gun store and like that same day you walk out with a big ass AR rifle. You're 18. All right, cool. Let's have some fun. Like, even whatever you're doing, even if you weren't gonna be on no crazy shit, that's just a little weird. Like, how are you 18 just getting this big ass rifle with a 30-round mag in or whatever type of mag you had?
And the worst part about it is that the criminal knows when he's gonna use the gun. But then you leave the citizens who are law-abiding citizens pretty much hopeless and defenseless.
You have no idea when you might need it.
Because they can't have a concealed carry. Like maybe I don't, because in California it's really hard to get a concealed carry. You have to be in like certain cities or counties to get a concealed carry. Yeah. But if you go into a place and there's 200 people and you know for a fact as a criminal, hey, I'm gonna have 400 rounds. I know they're not gonna have any rounds. That's a field crazy. Day. Like you're just like you're just lining them up for that shit, you know. Versus it's like, okay, we'll put out some concealed carries, citizens, or maybe like retired cops or. Maybe they have more guns on them or something. And
then the thing with the school is, regardless, the school probably shouldn't have guns on it, period. Because even the stuff with the teachers, my response when people are like, that's a terrible idea, I'm like, well, I think those teachers would have liked to have a gun. If they could go back, I'm sure they would have loved to have one. But at the same time, for all the days that it's not needed, in that case, it might not really be worth it, because teachers are just people at the end of the day. They just got their education. You see teachers abusing kids. You see all these different stories. Not like, obviously it's a very small minority, but with a gun now, it's a very small minority of people that are shooting up schools. But it's nothing to take lightly. But the security at all these schools needs to be better, bro. There needs to be only one entrance point. Even my elementary school, after the bell is rung and everyone's in, there was only one gate to get in through the front, and you had to go through the office and walk in. You couldn't just walk in that bitch like that. And they should make it so you have to get buzzed in. But again, it's these small towns too, who they probably never had shit like that ever happen.
How are you gonna do that for like the entire part of America? Like to get every fucking school that has like top notch like security or exactly the check-in. The check-ins are like at the worst schools. That's where they have the check-ins at. Like I bet schools in fucking Compton or Inglewood, at least out in LA, like these are the type of schools that they have like the metal detectors and all that.
But even just having one entrance way to get in. I mean, our high school did that. Pretty straightforward. Just close out of every other gate, one gate to get in. And then past that, it would be a little more if you have to actually buzz people in. But at least if there's someone immediately at the gate, an armed security, someone, it's going to go a little bit different as far as immediately being aware of what's going on. And at least deterring the person for a second, engaging with them, making them have to stop. Because you would have seen, man.
But our school would have been bad, though, for the simple fact that you could hop that gate. So if somebody really wanted to, they could just hop in from the back of that shit, and then you still only got one entrance to get out. So now you got to get a whole school out from one way, or just scatter and then try to hop the gates from the other side. Bro, so it's like...
That makes me think about that. Because whenever they do like the safety drills and shit, I'm always like, I don't know if this is the move. I'm trying to run to whatever fence I can. But what you think? I seen someone post about like, we don't need to keep doing... Everyone's mad. And people are like, fuck any type of solution. For they were talking about like doing the shelter in place drills, and they're like, we need to stop doing that. It's traumatizing the kids. That shouldn't be the focus. We need to focus on this. I do feel like the drills are kind of useless.
Shelter in place, that's like when you
or like active shooter drills.
Yeah, I mean, there has to be some type of protocol though. But like
everyone's gonna be like hide. That's what because that's the thing. Like, so what? In a sense, I'm like, what are we really practicing? Like, all right, so you're gonna slide under, guys. Let's practice. Someone come here and shoot it up. You're gonna dive behind the couch. You're gonna hide under. Like, when the time comes, bro, everybody's just trying to lock their shit. Wait for the code word, and that's pretty much all you need.
And especially our school too, because like, okay, I could understand locking yourself up in this small classroom or in the like kind of pod. You lock the door, you're good. And we didn't have like too many glass windows, and we had like cages on our windows too, so it wasn't too bad. But like once you get outside, they wanted us to like line up, stay together, so they could go to the field. Yeah, go to the field. No, motherfucker. The second I get out, bro, I'm dipping. Like, but I understand why though, because they don't want people to say, "Oh, where's my kid at?" And your kid's at McDonald's.
They can't be like, "Everybody run!" Y'all get the fuck
exactly.
But boy, I'm getting the fuck out of there. Hell no! What, you gonna write me up the next morning? Oh, I'm in trouble. Yeah, sorry.
I'm teaching my kid how to climb.
I'm going straight to the McDonald's at the corner, bro. I'm about to make some calls.
Another thing they were saying, the shooter uses like, because you know how growing up in school, we have those like lockdown drills. Like, you're not supposed to open the door for anybody, but they'll use the kids as like, hey, knock on the door, or have the teacher open it, and then the shooter's gonna be right there already with the kid.
I feel like that's what one of the survivors said. He was saying that it was a little ass kid. He gave a little statement. He was talking about like, he started knocking on the door, and he was saying that's the police, and it's safe to come out. And once they went out, they got sprayed. And that kid was staying, like he was still in the classroom, just hidden. Yeah. But then after a little bit, I think the cops came in and got him.
Ain't no little bit. After an hour, the cops came in and got him. And they say, bro, kids were calling the police over and over again, like, please send them, please send them. They're out that time, and they're just out there waiting.
That just pisses me off, man. Because this is something that
you got the gun for, bro? You don't want to use it? You got all that shit on. Y'all think you the military and shit moving. You probably feel like a badass in your uniforms. Then some shit actually going down. Where you at? outside arresting a parent.
And they got the fucking revolvers. They're sheriffs.
They got revolvers out there.
Yeah, it's Texas.
Hell
They're sheriffs.
Hell
6 guns, 6 shooters.
Nigga, I might not want to go in with no fucking revolver. What the fuck? And that's 40% of their budget, and they have revolvers.
Yeah, man.
Get the fuck out of here.
The sheriffs specifically, they be having the revolvers. The sheriffs.
Okay. It was only sheriffs on scene.
Nah. Well, obviously that like
the police and shit.
The first responders. Yeah, it was sheriffs.
Okay.
So I'm surprised. It's like, why aren't they going in there? It's just fucking frustrating. Can't. Like,
wait, so did you make up the revolvers thing, or they dead ass had revolvers?
No, they had revolvers. The sheriffs in Texas have revolvers. You can look it up.
Damn, that's wild.
Oh shit, that's wild.
That's fucking old as shit. So in the cowboy days, I mean, this guy, the police killed him. So,
bro, I don't think the sheriffs got revolvers, bro.
What if it's like a nice ass one?
Yeah, okay. What if? That's why I'm like, where do you get this certainty from?
Like
that
all of them got revolvers?
Because we have a sheriff department out here, and they have the same shit as the cops.
They got the Glocks.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, bro, this is not the fucking 50s, but either way,
bro, we gotta do something like. I still always be saying we gotta have like public capital punishments. Like this guy died, which I still think is too quick of a death.
Yeah, I don't like when motherfuckers die when they do some shit like this. I want them to get locked up, have to sit with that shit for the rest of their life.
You think they get special privilege though? Many shootings.
Huh?
There's so many shootings. I feel like at this point, like the government or like at least the police department, they just glorifying these shooters.
I feel like by like splashing their face all over the media and repeatedly talking about it. I think in a way they kind of.
I don't think it's the police though. I think it's the media.
It is the media. Because like there's a lot of creators that don't show their face. Like Ben Shapiro, he had to take on it. He doesn't show their face. He doesn't even say their name. He
didn't even say his pussy ass name.
Nah, not at all. But shit. Whoa.
Let them get ripped apart by lions or something.
Yeah. We gotta bring back shit like that,
what I'm
bro.
saying. Or like, cause the guillotine too fast. Like, put them in some gladiator shit. You
bro,
know
you know what you do? You get the 4 horses. You tie. They used to do that shit. Tie up one leg, tie up the other leg, tie up the arms, stretch that motherfucker.
Hell yeah.
You go smack them. They just go take off running.
Bro, cause I was watching a Conversation with a Killer on Netflix, and it was the John Wayne Gacy tapes. And so that dude, like when it was time for him to die, they did I want to say injection, but that's still too quick. And he had no remorse, you know? So like as a parent of somebody who, you know, your kid got, you know, sodomized and then killed, you want to see that motherfucker suffer. And some of them don't have that screen that says, oh, I did bad. They don't have guilt, you know? So at least let them get ripped apart viciously. So like the next person doesn't do it. And then maybe they might get scared, and then that'll give everybody satisfaction in that last moment. Like, yeah, you pussy. Yeah. Like, you know, in that last moment before he gets ripped apart by 4 different horses, or fucking brazen bull his ass or something. Put him in that big ass bull. Yeah. And put the fire to his ass. Rip off each nail. Rip off his fucking teeth. Fucking do all type of shit. So set them on. Do some shit, man. Yeah. Do something.
Or you could do the rat trick.
You
fucking heat it up. Well, leave the rat on the belly, put a metal tin, and heat up that shit. And the rat just eats you from the inside.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah, bro.
Or they start scratching, try to get out. Yeah, they'll kill you if you do so many piranhas. Bro, we gotta have a vote. You know how good that would be for the country.
The morale would go up, bro. Back then,
you gotta ask. And there was motherfuckers like, how do you want to see him die?
Oh,
that's
what we're doing a Twitter poll.
We're doing a poll, bro.
What up, Elon? Are you giving you some ideas,
bro? We can start betting on the polls, like, you know, say they got like sports bets.
How long will he last?
How long will he last? Which one you think they gonna do? Will he cry? Will he call out for his mom? All type of shit.
New season, Black Mirror.
Hell yeah.
Hey, all right. So now we got through all that. Now I think it's more fitting to introduce our guest. We got a legendary artist. He's on a tape with another super legendary artist. This is what's raised up his legend status. Alvi in the cut. One of the most talented artists in the valley.
Clap it up, man.
It's a little tune he wrote for us. Oh!
I've been chasing money since the age of 8.
He's got the voice of an angel. He's got the voice of an angel.
That was all a blur, I'm just gon' paper chase.
This guy is special.
Paper chase. What up? And these employers, I'm taking you out and I'm showing you better day, baby, you know it too. 50s and 100s, we go, we know out of Malibu. Out of Malibu, I can't get rid of you. I'm still feeling you.
Peanut butter and jelly, man. I'm telling you.
I know the seasons change, do the feelings too. PCH dry, shorty tell me.
Wait, we back with it.
Waves crashing on the shore. Baby, you willing to waste all my time? Stupid for ignoring all of the signs. Look at the night sky, watching it fall past 12.
What's good, Alvi? How you feeling, big dog?
Alvi.
First time on the podcast.
Yep.
This is a moment. How you feeling, bro? You excited to be on or what?
Good, man. This is my first interview / podcast. I mean, whatever.
Damn
you
right.
Call it.
Damn right.
Yeah.
So
Y'all can ask him the questions about the tape. I don't want to ask him questions about
It feels
the.
good to have a brown brother on the podcast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Melvin who?
Brown represent.
We had Melvin for like a little bit. We had Melvin for a little bit.
So we recently put out a project together.
Let's
Our
go.
first of many.
What is it called?
The project is doing great. Love Me Later.
Nice.
Love
Go
me.
stream that.
Yeah,
When?
yeah. Out in stores now. The streets are eating it up. I can't lie to you. A lot of good feedback. And Alvi is a champ.
Yeah.
How you feel about the reception we've gotten off the tape so far?
Honestly, it's a lot more than I've gotten on my other drops. And everyone loves it. Like they got different songs, they got different vibes. They're like, it's just such a good mix of what you were saying, pop and rap.
I didn't say pop. You said pop.
No, I said pop, but
and then you ended up being right.
Told you, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, this motherfucker might have been right because we had an argument. I was like, nah, but we got to put it as R&B, hip hop, and then Airbnb. But yeah, I'm like, hell not pop. What we Justin Bieber or some bullshit? Like, what you mean? And then someone was like, man, I love the project. It was like the perfect mix of like rap and then pop too, man. Super unique. It was dope. I was like, yeah, that's a little pop bag. You know what I'm saying? On some pop shit. But yeah, you've been getting good feedback.
Yeah, a lot of responses. So it's been good. I'm excited.
Man, yo, so you got brown parents. Like,
Yeah.
do they know that
I
you're
would
making
assume.
music?
They do. It's been a journey, and they're still not the biggest fans of it. But I think once I
They thought the tape was
start
trash?
making it, they actually liked it. Honestly.
Oh, deadass, they heard it? Oh,
They liked
wow.
it. I put it on the TV, and they was just listening. But they're
like, yo, this shit cool, son. But that other dude is nice. Golly. Who's your boy, bro?
Nah, they was. I think they'll be more open to it once I start making like a name for myself. Once I start getting out there more. But right now they're just they want what's best for me. Honestly,
I can't believe they listened to the tape. Now I feel uncomfortable. I just started thinking about like parts of the tape. That's hilarious. Yeah, I'm like, whoa.
Nah,
Quick
Do
question.
they understand everything?
No, they don't.
Okay.
Okay,
Got it. I'm like,
Oh, they
loose
don't
with the
understand
bitch and
it.
the bitch and
Oh,
the
that's
this, and I'm like, you
Yeah.
niggas is bums on my niggas. Like, oh.
Yeah.
I will
All right,
not be
so-
coming over for dinner.
The album is called Love Me Later.
yeah.
Why Love Me Later?
Why not love you now?
I'm a lover boy, and I think
That's all right.
I'm a lover boy. And
Alvi certified.
Travis certified lover boy
Yeah,
2.0. But I don't know. It was we were just trying to think of names. We were both in the studio. We were listening to the tracks, and Love Me Later just kind of fit. I mean, we had that mix of kind of like the
Some other bullshit names that definitely flew up.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Nigga said Avalanche. I don't know where. Actually, it was me though. I be liking like random ass shit.
You got like a beach vibe to it, call it an avalanche?
Yeah. I don't know, bro.
I mean, he was just quiet. He was like, Let's keep thinking.
Let's sleep on this
Yeah,
one.
we'll think about it. Man.
We'll go back to that one.
That's
Do a
hilarious.
little tap on the shoulder.
Maybe do that for your project. Seem more like your shit type of shit.
So that was just like the vibe, but the theme of it, like, because I feel like a theme or an reoccurring theme in the project is like you talking to somebody else, like, or a woman kind of scenario, you know?
Yeah, no. Most of the tracks on there were kind of catered towards like that love story type.
Bitches.
Either
That's what
like,
you want to say.
You broke my heart, like type with the Malibu with some lyrics right there, and then Sunny Days where we kind of appreciating the girl. And then we switched it up with Bad Guy and Message. So it was Love Me Later is kind of just like a perfect fit. And it's on my first project. I know Travis is a couple out, but since it was my first project, I felt like it was just it was a good starting point with the name and everything, and like the track list and how many songs we had and everything. It was just a perfect build, honestly.
It's honestly perfect. Love Me Later. Because your parents, you said that they ain't gonna support you until you start making a bigger name for yourself. So they gonna start loving you later.
Yeah.
So your parents never loved you. Go ahead.
All right, what is your favorite song on the album?
Ooh,
Yeah.
Honestly, making the project, it was Malibu starting off, but after all the feedback, after listening to it, after it came out, It might be Sunny Days, honestly.
Yo, you are so.
Wait, what? No, what?
This guy.
What?
What do you
Bro,
think?
you don't even like your. That's like
Swear.
your least. I thought
Nah,
that was your
swear.
least. See, it was his least favorite.
Yeah.
And then when the streets start hitting you, like, yo, this one is hot.
Yeah.
You start listening
100%.
back, like, yeah, I went off on that. Like, this nigga was like, you like my little falsetto on that one? I hit it. Yeah, I hit it. I'm like, yeah, bro. I told you that fucking verse was fire.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Honestly,
What's your least favorite?
least? Ooh,
It was Sunny
answer.
Days.
Don't answer.
it was Sunny Days. Honestly, I don't think there is a least. I listen to
Yeah, they
them
all
all
kind of
equally.
hidden. I can't lie.
Bro, okay. What were y'all headspace when you guys made Animals?
Yo.
What were you guys thinking when you made Animals?
was at
I'm
the
curious.
rodeo with.
Yeah. Put on some Lil Nas X. Old Town Road.
Man, it's all the production was actually pretty much all chosen by Alvi. So that's actually Alvi's mind fucking
Yeah.
gravitating to these unique ass beats, then
What a
laying some
mind
shit down. So honestly, if I had to say like the direction of the project, it was definitely Alvi as far as picking all the production and finding shit he liked. That one was not supposed to go on the tape. It wasn't originally. It was
I
like
love that you guys
some,
put it on.
it was some
I love
offshoot.
that you guys put it
Yeah,
on.
it was fun experiment with that one. Then by the time it was done, it was like, nah, we got to put this on the tape. And we liked the number 2. 7 was cool.
Yeah.
And I liked putting it last because again, it's not really an album. It's a tape. It's a project. If it was album, the whole package is different. I know everything's interchangeable now, but for it being an EP, I felt like it was perfect to put that at the end, like it dead ass experimental project EP, and just having it at the end is almost like a to be continued. Not that we're gonna have more shit, just that vibe, but it's like, man, these niggas could really cook up some different shit. I wonder what's next. I felt like I wanted to leave them with that type of feeling.
All right, what was the hardest song for y'all to do?
Yeah,
like,
which one
what
you
took
had to
the
keep?
longest, or motherfuckers was fucking up their verses?
I think that might have been Bad Guy.
Bad Guy?
Yeah, you was taking a minute to finish up that verse.
Oh shit!
But it was like you was just busy, so it was just like
He was like, it
What?
was you, dog.
No. You talking about? No, because I left it. You're talking about because I left it empty for a period for a while.
Yeah,
Oh
so
yeah.
you-
Remember, I didn't feel I had to listen.
Just a little bit.
Okay. Well,
it
fuck that. Nah, because I freestyle that shit
The
pretty
most
quick.
of it,
Yeah. But nah, the one that took me longer, maybe my verse on Malibu, which is also my least favorite verse. But as far as an overall song that took us a long time,
Or like the hardest for y'all to like just do? Like it was just challenges or just like a little bit of.
I think Sunny Days might have taken us the longest just because we added in so many parts. But no, I think it was a process of just we hadn't gone back to it for a while. I don't know if anyone that like, I mean, some of the mixes definitely killed me, like took a minute to work on. But as far as the process goes, I don't know. I feel like when we get the beat, we already have like Alvi's gonna have something to lay down on it, and then I'm able to sit with him if one of us went. So honestly, I wouldn't say any of them took us that long a period of time because by the time we went back to recording, something was ready to be laid
honestly,
down.
All right, I got another question. Comparing this project to your past projects?
Yeah.
What's the most difference like with this one? Like, would you say that you have more of a conclusive theme, or is it like you try some new flows, or like what was like the different between this project and like the last project from you as an artist?
Honestly, this one, like I've grown more as an artist. So, like I know how I like to record. I know how I just like to work in general. Back then I was just kind of figuring everything out. With my other releases, Pretty Young Thing and Enough of You, those did well. A lot of people liked those, but it was just kind of like I really didn't know what my sound was at that point. I didn't know how I wanted to like go into the studio and like how I really wanted to get things done. So right now I'm just like more grown as an artist, not just an artist, but like as an individual. So like I know how I like to work. I know what I need to prioritize, what not. And I know how to like just work musically better and more creatively. So
was it like a confidence factor? Like on the mic?
Definitely. I was I've performed before and like in front of crowds and stuff, but it was more so like, okay, I'm actually on a mic, like this has got to sound like the best it could because it's gonna go right into people's ears. But it was definitely a big confidence factor at the beginning part, and then just as time grew on, I kind of grew more comfortable with the mic.
Nice.
Yeah.
How did you guys meet? How did you guys like actually get involved with music together?
Yes.
We met. Was it during COVID?
Yeah,
I think it was. I
2021.
met. So obviously y'all know, he's one of Nas' cousins.
Yeah.
So therefore we're family.
Bam.
But yeah, we met. So I guess that's 2020 shit.
Oh yeah.
And then I mean chopped it. And then we had all like the family, everyone kicking it. So obviously we boys. But it took us forever to actually start working on music. In fact, nah.
I remember you would always be telling me, you'd be like, yo, yeah, Nas has a cousin.
He sings,
he sings really well. But it's like it took you guys so long to actually get into the studio together.
I think it was
right at the start of COVID, maybe. No, I don't know.
Because that's when we met, like 2020. But then we didn't start working until like 21. I feel like.
Yeah, exactly. We started working like near the end of 2021. But dang, yeah.
It was. I think it was because like I had health complications. So like I had some rheumatoid arthritis pop up. So my knee, ankle. I was just bedridden for a couple months. And so
I thought this nigga was a bum back then. I was like, yo, he ain't hit me by no studio. I was like, I wanted you low key. I wanted you on Deviated. I wanted to do a bridge like mashup with you back then.
Shit, yeah.
And I'm like, man, he ain't hit me or nothing. I told him we go to the studio, and then the next time I had seen him, and then you told me about your ankle, and shit. And I was like, dang, no wonder, bro. And he's like, yeah, bro, I ain't even been out like that. Like, I ain't been shit on. Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, we started officially cooking up, probably near the end of 2021. So wow, it hasn't been that long. Yeah, dang, we already got a 7-song tape out. I like that. Exactly. I like it because it always feels like stuff is slower than it is, and then when you actually look at what the timetable was, it's pretty good. Yeah. We did it right before our last Thanksgiving trip. That was like when we had our first songs recorded. Yeah. So right, like a few weeks before that, so probably like October, September. I want to say maybe end of September started cooking up.
Did you guys have any like difficulties working with each other, or was it pretty fluid? Did you guys have anything that you guys bumped heads on? Anything like that?
Nah,
I mean,
pretty solid.
Yeah,
we got to make a lot. Like when you're making a project together, you got to make a lot of decisions together. Yeah. So it's like not everything's gonna be in agreement, but no, nothing like that. Nothing that wouldn't make sense for what we're doing. You know, like if you're setting something up, obviously you're gonna be like, should we do that? Should we do that? Yeah. Maybe let's do that. I think that sounds better. Now, what do you think? Or like. Just like putting shit together, but nothing is like I can't work with this nigga. Hell no. We definitely got a lot more to cook up. A lot of it got me excited for our next project. I just think we gotta lock in on doing the most for this project. You don't drop 7 songs and just be like fuck it, on to the next one. Yeah. We gotta get these videos shot. We gotta get a lot more promo. Horrible timing too. We went on a trip to Vegas. We were gone for like 4 days or something, or 3 days. Right when we get back, his ass goes to Hawaii. Yeah. So it has delayed our promo process, but we're gonna have a lot more and a lot on TikTok because the really good podcast got my personal TikTok cracking, and I ain't posted nothing. But every time I look, it says like 99 plus views on my page. It's all podcast. But see, I'm like, bro, I'm wasting all these eyes by not putting some shit up.
And I feel like with music, it's kind of cool that even if you do drop, especially like when you're like a new artist or something, you could drop the music and then start promoting it later. Yeah, it's obviously not ideal, but you can still do it and still get the videos out. Because once the videos are out, everybody's like, damn, this shit really rocking. I feel like listening to music through audio is awesome, but once you have a video with it,
the visuals,
it really ties the picture
which
together.
I hate. Definitely. I love making the videos, I love editing, but sometimes I'm like, man, I just want to put this shit out and people listen to this motherfucker, like take them to a place. But obviously I like shooting our videos and whatnot, but I would like the feeling of like if I could just drop and know that X amount of people are just instantly boom listening, and then we go and do the videos, which is kind of the case, but still like it's really
the world that we're in.
I think more what I'm saying is TikTok, not so much music videos, but just the fact that everything needs to be put into some type of like 7-second or 15-second segment with some like cool shit in front of them. I'm like, man, I miss the days where you was getting the album and just listening to that motherfucker, like just on some exploring stuff. Oh, is this dude cool? What's that like? Now it's like it got to bump on your social media feed first, and then you're like, oh yeah, I'll listen to that. Yeah, I just miss like motherfuckers just listening.
That's how I get new music, man. I honestly just see other people talk about their shit, or they'll present it through a music video. They're like, yo, I just dropped this fire ass beat or song or whatever, and then I see it, I'm like, and then I go to Apple Music, and then I'm like, yo, this shit is heat. or it's like, oh damn, the hook was
that fire. Was the only good part.
That was so it's like selling that promo very well. What would you guys say? I know you guys just dropped, but what's coming up next for you guys?
The videos.
If it's
videos. What about musically? You guys got more shit that you're cooking up?
Oh, here, go
like
ahead.
Individually?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're both releasing our own projects this year, individual projects, and then I think I would be on his and vice versa, you'd be on mine. But right now, as far as like collab tapes, we got one under wraps. We've been working on it, but it's more so just focus on this tape for now, just all the promos, music videos, all that, and then we gonna get to the next one.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I kind of like it when the timeline where the artists drop, you know, and then they kind of let them do whatever, or maybe you have some promo for it, and then the music videos come out after. Because I know like Kanye does shit like that, or he did it at least on his last album,
true,
or at least the album let it fly for a little bit, and then progressively kind of put out videos towards it to kind of keep people going back to the album. You know? And they start kind of asking questions about it, like, is he gonna post videos for other ones? And then you also get to have like a new vision of that song, because by this point it's been like a month or two. People have heard it in the gym, they heard it in their headphones, they heard it in the car, but now you got these fire ass visuals to go with it, and I feel like that kind of revamps the traffic that goes through the music a little bit more, versus like, here's everything at once. Go listen, here's promo, and then it kind of goes away. So it's like you could kind of like stagger it a little bit. As long as it's quality content coming out, and then that can still carry you over into like the newer projects that you have, you know.
That's facts.
So that shit's cool. And then a little heads up, I am the creative director. We'll be working on Bad Guy. So make sure to tap in. You know, it's gonna be a good one, man.
Bad Guy gonna be a movie.
Like the question that I asked you, like, you know, what's new? I'm trying out like a lot of new shit with this one. You know what I mean? But like I'm prepared for it. Like I'm ready. Got the storyboard ready. I already understand like the vision. Like I already know how the colors are gonna fucking look. You know. And I'm still kind of questioning a little bit on the blue, because I maybe just keep it red, just consistent throughout. But like the locations, like I took my time with, like I was thinking a lot about like where to really shoot this shit at, you know. And I think the locations that we got are gonna be awesome. I'm gonna have y'all looking dope as fuck. You know, I ain't gonna give away the themes or like some of the shit like that, but yeah, man, I'm excited. We got a car rig coming in. Hey, that shit's gonna be nice. So
guess what Alvi and I's first song we ever cooked up was?
Message.
No, it's not. It can't be Bad Guy.
Second songs.
It can't be Bad Guy.
Nah. Bad Guy was more recent.
Okay.
Message was second, I think, right?
Message? No,
Toxic?
It was might have been Toxic. That was
Fuck no.
You didn't make
Toxic
Malibu?
was way more newer.
Oh no, Malibu was the second one.
Yeah, I thought it would be Mal, because I feel like it was one of the vibey ones when you showed it.
Fuck no, we did Dazed first.
Dazed.
And then we did Message. I know because we had Dazed and Message, and we played them in Palm Springs.
Oh shit. Okay.
And that wasn't Thanksgiving, it was Palm Springs. What's up, Thickums? Hello. But it wasn't we had those two first. Pretty wild, right?
Yeah.
Instant chemistry. Instant chemistry.
Days are great. I remember just hearing the voice, and I was like, wait, who is this? Yeah, this is Nas's cousin. I was like, what? And then I remember seeing you, and I was like, what? I was like, and then Travi had played me some other shit. He was like, yeah, bro, he got this high pitched shit, this singing shit, and he got some like low pitch, like some low pitch shit. He's like, I'm trying to give him the high pitch shit. That shit, I was like, yeah, but that shit sound good. And I kept calling y'all peanut butter and jelly. I was like, bro, y'all sound great. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all got like the same, like I wouldn't even say pop. Like I would consider it more R&B, but I could kind of hear the pop just because it's more of a upbeat, kind of like bubbly. But y'all can get to the rap shit, so that's why I would consider it more hip hop and R&B versus hip hop and pop. Because I mean, I feel like pop just, and maybe the theme of like the woman and shit like that as a muse or the issues in the relationship kind of lends more towards. Maybe I don't know. Like
I feel like the drums though, the drums and like the
R&B.
I feel like the drums just weren't poppy. Like the poppy sound, there's no like claps and shit. But I think also I have a skewed view of pop, because like if I think of pop now, I'm thinking of some bullshit like that I just wouldn't be in the genre, like Ariana or like Justin Bieber or some shit.
Exactly. And I wouldn't put y'all there.
I feel like pop has changed too, because I bet there's like R&B pop and rap pop, and there's so many forms of pop that comes out.
I want to make cloud
because
rap.
Pop is popular, right?
Emo rap.
Like, emo pop?
Emo pop. That's for sure Alvi genre. I made emo pop music.
One of my last questions. I was curious, like, if there were artists that inspired you, who would they be?
Honestly, there's a ton. I think growing up, it was Drake for a big part of it. But what really got me into music was Tory Lanez.
Tory Lanez? Oh, that's my guy, bro.
It was the Memories Don't Die album. I still remember it. And then I just kept listening to it like nonstop. And I was like, I think I could do something like this. Like I could make music. And then I pulled up to a homie's house. At the time, he was making a lot of music, so we bumped a couple songs out. Pretty Young Thing ended up coming out in one of the sessions, so we dropped that together.
Is that the SoundCloud one?
Pretty Young Thing? No, it's on my
Don't play
Spotify.
him like that.
Oh,
Don't play him like that, bro.
Nah,
Which one was the SoundCloud?
it was Smokescreen.
Smokescreen.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's like a little rap.
Is it true that you got beef with Michael Jackson's estate for calling the song "Pretty Young Thing"? That's what word on the streets is. I just wanted to confirm with you.
Nah, but I wish I was that big. I mean, shit. MJ.
That's what I be
MJ's
saying,
estate.
bro. When you talk about like copyright for like beats and shit, I can't lie. Sometimes I be ripping and running because I'm like, man, look,
You be stealing.
if this, it's art, it's art, right? It's art, okay. And I didn't steal it because if your tag is still on the beat, it's going out. I'm giving you free promo.
Yeah,
You're
exactly,
welcome.
exactly.
And not to mention though, if you get to the point, that's why some dudes that like, if you getting, you know, barely any monthly listeners, like you don't have nothing cracking, no songs over like 20,000 streams. Yeah. What's really gonna happen? Like, if you get a song to 50,000 streams, you know how much money is in that? It's not much.
$200.
It would cost you so much more to file the lawsuit than to actually garner anything back from it. No one's getting sued. If you get to the point where your shit is you getting sued for it, you like Juice WRLD. He got hella sued once his shit cracked, went crazy.
Mac Miller
but
too.
hey, you didn't invest no money in the first place, so don't be mad when you lose some of that. You never had that shit in the first place.
Wow. Yeah. What's up?
See?
You in your inspiration, you didn't like say the GOAT, Mr. Kendrick Lamar, Mr. Mr. Morale, the big stepper.
That new album, man.
You didn't like it?
I heard you
that
loved
shit
it.
is crazy.
I heard Alvi was saying that "Love Me Later" is better than Mr.
I think
Morale.
it is.
I heard a lot of people saying that. I didn't say it, but I heard a lot of people.
Hey, look, there's
like,
7 songs on "Love Me Later." I'll play again. I don't know if there's 7 on Mr. Morale. I can play again. It was pretty mid. Like thinking back about it now, and I listened to it again. And I still respect it, and I think it's a refreshing album coming from an artist talking.
You're still dick riding. Okay,
Yeah.
fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Coming from a top artist talking about social commentary and shit. But it just has no replay value for me. Honestly.
I love that shit.
Yeah, because
bro.
like we had some low key like pretty thought provoking shit on our project too. That's all I'm saying. But like that's what they saying. That's what they saying.
Oh,
They
like
saying,
sunny days.
Yeah.
sunny days, flower fields, power field. Like some of this stuff. See, the thing is, it's a grower, bro. By your third time listening to "Love Me Later," you'll have probably 25% of an understanding of everything that was said on that.
They be
shit,
going over
bro.
y'all heads. You're too smart. You know? y'all way too smart for these listeners, man.
That's part of the problem. But but I don't know. They're saying what they're saying, bro. Mr. Morale.
One thing about Kendrick's shit is I'm wondering why he's so obsessed with Kodak this album.
He only had him twice.
He only had him twice? I thought he had him like 3.
Well, he I feel like he spoke at the beginning of there's a couple of songs that you could hear Kodak.
Yeah, Kodak talking and shit.
Yeah. Forgot, but I don't know. Maybe you like Kodak.
Yeah.
Kodak's a great artist. You know?
I mean, apparently it's supposed to be an album of his therapy session with one of like the top like psychologists.
See, okay, I don't like
what?
that part about Kendrick.
What?
All right, Kendrick could drop and they'll be like, "Oh, this is the reason why he said this bar." And it goes back to Good Kid, Mad City. This is the theory I have on Kendrick. He's talking about the NASA space mission that you didn't even know about. I'm like, shut the fuck up, yo.
Y'all
Like,
just don't get it.
yeah, like shut up. Like the address he said, the numbers was actually like, come on, it was a drop he had. Like,
Yeah.
Do you
oh my
know
God.
that you used to be this guy?
With Kendrick?
What, last episode? Last episode?
No, not even last episode. I like the fact of what he was talking about, and I think that the production was decent enough to say it was a good album, I guess. But like, I still honestly think it was mid.
I love the album, man.
I would give it like a 7 out of 10, maybe.
So
6.5.
So you think the album is better than "Love Me Later"? Just say it if that's how you
No,
feel.
it's
Don't put me in this situation, man.
So
you gotta
you
sit
really
it
would
right
take
next
that?
to me. Maybe if I was on a
You're
different
telling
podcast,
me if the Grammys were coming up, you're telling me that they're not gonna look at "Love Me Later" at least a little bit if they're considering Mr. Morale.
Well, look, if he keeps worldwide steppers in there, I think y'all got him.
Oh
That was
shit!
probably the worst song of that entire album.
I like that one.
Bro,
I like
that
that
shit
one.
was
That was when
horrible.
he was talking about fucking the white girls.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, maybe I'm racist. And like,
Oh, is that what he was saying? He was saying the F word in it a lot. Is
No,
that the-
the F word was Auntie's Diary.
I kind of like that
Aunties,
one.
yeah.
okay,
Love
that
Auntie's
last
Diary.
sentence he said, I kind of flew over my head. I was just like, what?
About how we just thought white people say the N word.
Yeah, I was like, why would you throw that in there?
You
I was
came back 5 years later talking about the white people need to start saying the N word.
Yeah, I don't know. I like Mr. Morale. Pharrell had like a nice beat on that
Yeah,
one.
you
He was
got-
like the one, the little humming.
See,
You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I be singing Die Hard in my song in my car
Bro.
all the time. Shimmy, shimmy, Coco.
Look, I
I like Father Time. Father Time was good. Sampha did a good ass
Father
job.
Time.
I'm not gonna lie. I have a confession. I was headed back from Vegas, and I'm like, you know what? Let me get ready for the pod. I need to give this. Obviously, I know I was talking a lot of shit, but realistically, you know, I'm a music lover. I'm gonna give it another run through, play it back, and see if I find stuff that I didn't find the first time. And then I'm listening, and I actually started to kind of like something, and I'm like, you know what? No, I gotta have my game face for the pod. I turned it off. I'm like, I can't hear something and genuinely like it, and then come back to the pod and be able to have the same fire I had before.
Yeah,
that's fucked up.
Okay. So I'll listen to it later, but for now, I gotta stay on my path because the TikTokers are not gonna deter me, bro, and the YouTubers. We have some people come to our defense, man.
I love it.
Hey, the YouTubers are more civilized than the TikTokers.
I love the fact that you can be objective about it. Like you say, hey, I don't like the album. Okay, that part's really alarming. You say you don't like the album, and people are like over unsubscribing. You just don't get it. It's like, damn. So I had a different opinion than you did, and now you don't fuck with me.
Yeah, I only listen to podcasts that fuck with Kendrick's albums.
Like, sorry, damn, that's fucked up.
I hope you die.
But I love the fact that somebody else was like, yo, I agree with him.
Like I'm I'm subscribing just because I saw this bullshit comment. Yeah, and so, I agree with y'all for being objective.
We're not gonna dick ride. You know what I'm saying? Like we might pick sides. Like of course we're gonna pick sides for a topic. Like
only Tory's gonna dick ride.
No. All right, when the next Drake shit come out, I don't want to hear shit.
Yeah. Bro, did you see the amounts of money that Kendrick put into the marketing?
None.
None.
Really?
Yeah, none.
Not at all, bro. This one
That's so impressive.
He just ended up in Ghana playing soccer.
Wait, he deadass didn't put any.
No.
Wait, are y'all just saying that, or is that actually
so
like a thing?
For real, like, have you seen any promo?
At all.
All he did was drop great content,
music videos.
Dropped the shit, and then TikTok picked it up and started playing all his other shit. Like that sound.
The only promo that he had was the Heart Part 5.
Oh yeah,
that's it. You don't see anything. He drops it and goes on vacation.
But
a
lot
wife.
of it is behind the scenes though, with like the playlisting and the front page of Apple and like the different DSPs. But that's why I'm like, wait, literally nothing, because that would be crazy. He got 286,000 first week. If he didn't promo it at all, it would be wild.
But you know how on Twitter you could like quote tweets, right?
Uh-huh.
So apparently it was like a fan, just a random fan. He was like, oh, I can't wait for Kendrick to drop again. And then he quoted that tweet saying, oh yeah, I'm dropping Mr. Moron, The Big Steppers on this day. So he released that album info that he's dropping it through like someone random just through that tweet.
That's the thing I love about Kendrick. Yeah. When he says that he's gonna drop a project, he drops it. Yeah. He ain't like fucking Kanye. Yeah. Fucking Kanye over there.
Extended.
7 listening parties, 8 arenas. It's like, damn son, like just drop the shit. We want to hear it. Yeah. And if it's cool to see that Kendrick is like that type of perfectionist. And I also enjoyed that he didn't like. He's one of those artists like Isaiah Rashad. We're gonna be waiting for some shit.
You love to talk about Isaiah.
That's my dog. That's my dog too. Tory Lanez, Isaiah Rashad.
Y'all want to talk about his sit down with Joe Budden? Because that's fucking.
I saw 30 minutes.
I saw 30 minutes.
All right, that's a good enough amount. You only missed out on the last 20 minutes, but I definitely recommend you watch. It was
Oh, of course.
Joe is a fucking savant in this shit, man. Like he did such a good job with that conversation, and I can't lie, I've never been an Isaiah Rashad fan. After watching this, I'm a fucking fan, bro.
Go listen to his music.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm like, I might start listening to his music. You seem like a pretty like thought-provoking dude. But bro, I thought it was great. They definitely edited out some parts, so I'm curious about that. But it made sense when they're editing it because Joe is being hella funny. Like it was a great conversation. I think it was executed perfectly. I think it was perfect that he sat down with Joe. Joe just is the one to talk to, and it was great, bro. They had instant chemistry.
I would have been happy with him or Charlemagne. Joe or Charlemagne.
You would have him or Andrew Scholes. Bro, if you had to sit down with Andrew Scholes, man, he's so good.
Shut up. You be dick riding Joe all the time.
I'm currently.
All the time.
That's what I'm trying to say. He's doing a good job.
Joe loving right here. I say Charlemagne, and then you bring up Andrew Schultz.
Yeah, bro. Charlemagne might have been cool.
Charlemagne was great.
But maybe.
I love that interview because, like, usually we talk about the first question somebody asks is like, so tell me about your childhood. And, like, we've shit on that topic before. Like,
only Joe could do that shit perfectly.
See, but Joe could do it because he just don't give a fuck. He's like, we're not going to talk about therapy. Let's start from the beginning. Like, tell me about your mom, dad, sisters, brothers. And so, like, he is the perfect person to do that. And I feel like it was great.
Bro, but how do you start the interview? They talking about some therapy shit. And he's like, you know what? No, I'm a therapy baby. We're not starting there. Let's go. And he just starts asking him some other shit. I'm like, man, Joe is the fucking man. I don't know how he even, because obviously you want your shit to flow smooth. Nigga said, no, we're not talking about that. We're gonna talk. I fucking love Joe.
And Isaiah was hilarious when they talked about the sex tape.
Yeah. Bro, but see, he got more and more in depth. That's the thing y'all are missing. Is the last 20. because he started out real nonchalant about it, like, and people are all hitting me up and like, hugging me and whatnot. He actually got really in depth to like how hard it really was. He basically tried to kill himself. Damn,
car accident.
Yeah, he slammed that. Okay, so y'all saw that.
That's
part.
where I ended.
Yeah, he got in a big crash. Like it. Yeah, you feel for the guy when he's explaining like everything he went through, because you always hope like his first demeanor, you're like, oh cool, like he's chilling, like he everyone probably knew or whatever. And it was like as they kept talking about it, Joe got him comfortable enough to really tell like everything he had dealt with and like what he was going through and how it affected his family and stuff. So fuck, bro, it was great. I'm really excited to hear his next music.
I'm excited to finish that interview. The funniest part was like, especially when he brought it up. What did he say? He's like, ah, shit. Did they get a good one?
Oh, yeah. Did they get a good video?
Did they get the good video? He's like, damn, how many videos you got?
It cracked me up when Joe was like, to be honest, I never watched it. When it came up, I told myself it was none of my... Dude, I had several times I had to start laughing and go back to hear it again. Like, I just... It's none of my business, man. It's your personal life, man. Because last thing I want is people seeing what I do in the bedroom. He's like, but then... I was getting ready for this podcast, so I figured I had to watch it. Had to get a good glimpse of it. I didn't think it was that bad.
That was hilarious, bro.
Bro, Isaiah Rashad is the GOAT, and I do think what he did was hella powerful. You
just like him because he shouted our podcast.
Yeah. Isaiah Rashad fuck with the gang. But man, just to be up there and be that cool and have that conversation, I think it's powerful for so many kids because there's such like stereotypes about people if they're gay or fluid or whatever. Yeah. And if you really sat through the whole interview, you can't not like the guy. You can't not be rooting for him. Like, yo, this nigga's hella cool, bro. Like, because I never really knew much about him or his personality or anything. Now I'm like, yo, this dude's dope. And he's like, bro, I got nothing to hide no more. I'm about to this album's gonna be me. I could really talk about whatever.
I wonder what he's gonna be talking about on the album. I wonder if he will talk about the gay.
He better talk about some niggas on the album.
I don't want
to. He better get Tyler on there.
Come on, now I'm trying to hear this shit, bro. Like we already now it's all in the open. Come on, make your art, and I'm all ears.
You want some Macklemore bars?
And you know his metrics went crazy too, though.
Yeah.
God,
I told you. I've been listening more than ever.
Bro, that shit was great.
I'll be supported every single one of the streams.
He was talking about, he was like, everything's out in the open, so I don't have to rhyme in like these cryptic ass messages no more.
Yeah,
I can say how I really feel. Like I have some actual thoughts on something, and that's why I fell in love with his music. You feel me? Like at first because he had, like you said, thought.
Why? Because you deciphered the codes.
No. Well, I think the coding shit was more later, like when he went more on the industry side and doing like bigger production album shit like that. But when he was on Welcome to the Game and like his earlier shit, bro, it was all just thoughts that he had, and he was very bold about it, and I felt like he kind of started closing himself off through each project more and more and more, to where it got to be more of a synthesized sound, and like The House is Burning, I never really got into it as much as I did for the other tapes,
Oh yeah, I was almost gonna listen to that today, but then I realized it was old, so I was like, nah.
It's just fire.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, I just didn't really, I got to listen again to it and try to get into it, but it just didn't really click with me the same way. I still love his music though.
Isaiah's like that like gritty hyphy shit. That's how his music be. I really enjoy it because he'll talk about substance, but his shit will still get you up. And then he'll have his like songs that he's more on the lo-fi type.
Now y'all be dick riding, bro. I forgot when I listened to his shit, bro. Now I'm like, what's this nigga talking about? I'll be just confused. He's just talking. But I'm gonna listen a little more. But hey, did you know? He said he started doing this shit with the dudes like 2 years ago. He wasn't fucking no dudes before that.
See, that's that new industry shit.
Yeah, we caught it. I
caught it because I'm telling you, it wasn't in any of his music beforehand, and that's why it threw me off. Because it's like the Isaiah I watch kind of grow. I don't know this nigga personally, you know what I'm saying? So I really don't know what he goes through.
But he's your daddy.
No, that's like my bro for real. Like I've never met him, but I feel
look how you treat your bro. Talking about he can't be in the top 5 no more.
He can't. He's gonna have an asterisk next to it. So I'm thinking like, so now it's like Schoolboy. At least if people ask me, you know what I'm saying? I can't just be like, yeah, and I don't know why. Like, am I homophobic for that? But it's like, nah, because I guess the kid in me that fell in love with it just wasn't picturing that he was sucking dick or would even like think about sucking dick.
Hey, he's still my top 5, son. He will always be my top 5.
He's my top 5.
I think it's more so a top 5 from like how I found him on like I don't want to say emotional standpoint, but like sentiment or like nostalgic type shit or like where I found him in my life. And I feel like his voice really helped me kind of move forward in a way versus just saying like he's top 5, like the greatest, like nah, but for my book, like I just love listening to him, like just everything.
Did I ever tell you guys that I met him? Did I tell you last pod?
For real?
Yeah, I met him. I went to That was like my second concert I've ever been to, and we was at it was like a super intimate venue. He had Schoolboy come out.
Intimate?
Hell yeah, we was holding hands, but nah, I was yayed the fuck out. And
you were gayed the fuck out?
Yeah,
it's not very sensitive.
No, I said yayed.
You said you're gayed the fuck out.
No, they don't say
really be more sensitive,
bro. So when I was meeting them, because since I was on one, I fumbled the bag. I didn't get to ask him any questions. I just like, bro, it was so good, shaking and shit. Be like, Isaiah, yo, we're just such big fans. It sounds like how I be talking on the podcast, but but yeah, it was really dope. I can't wait for some new shit. We gotta reset.
Did he hit you with the look?
The look? No, he winked at me, dog. He winked at me.
He was probably pulling so many fucking left and right.
Well, he said 2 years ago, so this is like some new
He's been
shit.
doing some damage in them last 2 years. Bro. I just got a feeling, bro. I feel like his shit was like fucking Boys Gone Wild, bro. He was probably just fucking on just fucking every day, bro. He over there hitting them like some crazy ass positions.
And that shit was wild too. He said he was very open and honest, so his family knew about it. So it really wasn't a secret on the back end side. Yeah. It was really more so the public didn't know.
Do you think now that this shit is out, it was an embarrassment to the family? Should he start being more of a businessman, monetize, and put out the rest? You know he's got more.
What? No, hell no.
What you mean?
OnlyFans?
What you mean? What you working with?
OnlyFans?
Yeah, fuck no.
What you mean?
Nah.
Yeah, we always talk about.
So, do y'all support him or not, bro? Because I'm saying, like, you might as well let the rest fly.
I don't understand.
No.
It's content.
No,
you ain't gotta put out the rest. Keep that shit in your
Yeah.
phone, Isaiah, please.
Yeah.
I just want to see everything. If you're gonna be so ducked off musically, man, the fans want to know what you've been on, and now we just got a little glimpse. We need more.
You gonna watch
we
them
need
through?
More.
You watched the last one through.
Well, boys.
I had to prepare for the pod, man. Fuck it, full cam. Why don't
We gotta reset though.
Oh, okay, bet.
Let me take a little break.
He just got the couch.
Oh yeah, so y'all fucking it up already. I forgot what we
That's
ended
what we
off
do.
with last, but
Isaiah Rashad.
oh yeah.
Turn off that light?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Well, props to Isaiah. Prayers to Isaiah.
Shout out.
Yeah, I have officially become a fan after seeing that.
Little fanboy.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, I'm a fan. We need more content. Put it out quickly, and then drop your album. I'm gonna listen to the album. I don't know why I was about to say album's gonna be fired, but I'm excited to listen, man. I will definitely give it a listen, and I'd actually bet, I'd bet a lot that it's gonna be better than Kendrick's sonically. Remember, sonically, sound. We're talking about.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be that hard to be better than Kendrick's album sonically. Like, cause there really wasn't that many songs I could say production wise. Like, I was just enthralled by. I'll say like Mr. Morale. I like the production on that one a lot. What else? That's it. Yeah, we're done with that.
Damn.
Yeah.
You guys think Isaiah Rashad is just more of a melodic artist than Kendrick?
I don't know. That's a little. That's
More
a little
melodic.
Yeah. Well, Isaiah Rashad is Baby Kendrick. You know, that's what he's always been known as until he became his own.
Isaiah is more melodic.
Yeah,
I can say that. Yeah.
Maybe singing.
Sincere fan of Isaiah Rashad, man. I heard that you're a huge fan of Megan Thee Stallion too.
Tell me the connection. Since I heard you're a fan of that, I heard you're a fan of. Yeah, okay. Well, let's just go on to Meg. It sounds like time.
That's the way to do it.
On to Megan Smollett.
Sorry, the lights are in my eyes.
More news has come out on Meg Thee Stallion. I guess basically now it's been confirmed in a police report that she was in fact squabbling with her friend Nicole outside
Kelsey.
the car. Sorry, Kelsey. Oh, her last name's Kelsey Nicole.
Yeah.
Last name's Nicole. Got it. Yeah. So I guess they were squabbling. A necklace was found,
And some nails.
and some nails too.
Yeah.
And so now it's looking like they may have squabbled outside of the car, which would not be the most crazy news if Meg hadn't gone on an interview with Gayle King talking about she was just chilling in the back. They were fighting and she was just not doing anything, no part in it. I don't see. That's the problem. When you make your story, you sound too perfect. Now we hear this and it's like, well, we already knew you were lying, but now it just makes everything look like a lie.
Throw her in jail, man. Just throw her in jail.
Damn, bro. Okay, so what's going on with Amber Heard and Johnny Depp is the same shit that's going on with Meg and Tory, bro. It's the same shit.
Liars.
Right. Like, the women are looking crazy for coming out saying one thing and then it end up being another. So now we all looking at the guy like, maybe he's not that bad. And it's like, you can't just keep going back on your story like that, you know? Like, you can't go on Gayle talking about, we never had any type of fight. And then the police report, like, that's documented, says you were fighting. Like, Like, what do you hope to win? And then she was so emotional about what Tori was saying and shit. Like, you can't be so reactive if you're trying to win a case. Like,
maybe
all
Tori
I'm saying
was
is
out
shut
there,
the fuck up.
Maybe Tori was out there beating Kelsey's ass. They were squabbling here in Tori. And then he's like, Meg, I'm about to shoot your ass. Go dance. The whole story is bullshit. And this just confirms.
Like, Meg Smollett, yeah, bro, you was right.
Oh, God, Meg Smollett, it was getting worse. Like, I
think Meg just caught hella feelings for Tori. You hear that one song off Tori's newest tape after that shit happened?
Which one? Monkey James?
Yeah, and he said something about like, I wasn't even trying to hit on your best friend Kylie because I guess Kylie was there, and then Meg took it as they was hitting it off, and
he was for show trying to get at Kylie. You know that nigga.
We saw the live,
bro. Meg invites him to the shit. You know damn well he came in that motherfucker was not trying to act like he cuffing Meg. Was not trying to act like he with Meg. He was like, "What's good, Kylie?" Bro,
I heard you just went through a breakup.
He's like, he walking that bitch quarantine. You know who it is. Yeah, Tory Lanez and this bitch. Motherfucker had the glasses on. Like,
and that was his internet prime for real.
He was feeling himself.
Wild.
He was going on.
Wild.
And she felt some type of way about it. All I know is the story don't make no sense, and I'm still on the Megan Smollett train. Yeah, and if I end up being wrong, it is what it is. Y'all understand? I explained my thought process several times. So if you're knocking the thought process, fine. But don't retroactively be like, oh, you were wrong. Bro, she still lied about this shit. Come on now.
Yeah.
Can't give her no benefit of the doubt.
Nope.
And with Tory Lanez, he's actually headlining again.
Really?
Isn't that crazy? He's headlining with like Lil Baby and a few other artists. I forgot the music festival, but I'm so happy for my guy, man. Guy's a fucking legend, all right?
They let him back in the game.
Exactly. And I hope he gets more headlining shows. I hope he puts out some phenomenal music. I can't wait till he puts like
his ass gonna be in jail, partner. His ass gonna be locked up.
Hey man, stop manifesting these things. I'm not a big fan. I don't like your energy right now.
There was bullet fragments in her foot, man. I don't know. Your boy might be locked up.
It might have been Kelsey that shot her.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
I think Meg was whooping her ass bad. Hair coming out, extensions gone, $700, right? And then Kelsey was like, "Oh hell no, I'm not taking this from this bitch." And then looked at the bodyguard and he's like, "Give me that fucking gun." She grabbed the gun, shot up in the air a couple of times, and then one of those bullets landed and hit Megan's foot.
He did the warning shot. And the warning shot turned into a different, real warning shot.
Yeah.
True story.
You telling me her ceilings was so high the bullet just came back down?
Exactly.
He aimed that bitch perfectly. He's like the Steph Curry layup, but for guns, he's like, this bitch gonna come right down on your head. He flinched before he pulled that bitch. It was like, I was a foot off.
Okay, so we know Meg been lying. So now I'm thinking, like, how did the gun get involved? So like they were scrapping, and then what, the security guard or who? Like
security had it on his hip.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
and they scrapping.
Maybe
now.
He was trying to break it up. And one of them bitches grabbed the shit. Brah.
Oh, they weren't scrapping outside. They weren't scrapping outside. They're scrapping in the back seat of the car. Tori's in the front seat of the car with the security guard as the driver.
Oh, they didn't get out the car to scrap?
No. They was fighting. But at some point, yeah. But
that's what we said.
Because they found the shit outside.
Yeah.
Like all the shit.
Of course, it started in the car, but it just popped out.
Pull it over. Get out the car. So now they watching. They like, man, they crazy as hell, bro. They fighting and shit. Because I'm pretty sure Tori's drunk as fuck. That's what they say, right? Yeah. Tori's drunk as fuck. He in the front.
But that's the thing. Everyone drunk as fuck, I feel like, at that scene.
Right. Sure. So now you got two women in the backseat fighting over you. So you probably like, you're not really trying to stop them. But you just like, hey, stop. You're like, yeah, I fucked you and I fucked you. But just chill.
Bro, if
relax.
I'm Tori, I don't know if I want to get in between, bro. Meg is big.
Oh, hell yeah.
Tori up.
Tori's tiny.
He probably genuinely got scared. He probably tried to break it up, and then she turned and flexed on him, and he was probably genuinely scared. Like,
probably.
Boom. He just like, fucking shook. Like, you didn't see the look in your eyes. In her eyes, Your Honor. Your Honor, like, she looked dead into my soul. She was going to kill me. She was going to fucking stomp on me.
I thought it was Bigfoot coming at me. I didn't know. I had to check myself.
And while all this was happening, all you hear in the background is body yada 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 yada. He's like, dance, bitch, dance, body yada yada.
You know, damn well, when he said dance, she just couldn't help but start twerking. Like, she's like, why am I dancing though? Like, you gonna shoot shit. Well, that's about it. That's really all I wanted to. That's all I was really thinking about with that one.
It's like, a development story.
This is why you don't say no bullshit stories. Like, man, it was getting worse, Gail. I wasn't even a part of it. I was just
the fake crying.
You got shot, bro. Like, that's like, there was an altercation. I wasn't involved, but for some reason, they started robbing me afterward. Like, no, bro. Obviously, you were engaged in some way. You can't just be like, no, I was minding my business, and then he told me to dance.
Yeah.
Motherfucking.
After he got into it with Kelsey.
It doesn't make any sense.
It really, I'm so excited for this case, bro. I'm so excited for this case.
Amber Heard and Johnny Depp Part 2, but except for its actual crime, like criminal shit.
You think they'll put it on film?
No.
Wow.
Because the 6ix9ine shit, all we had is drawings and shit and some like leaked audio. But I think for criminal cases, shit ain't happening.
Damn, bro, that's some
What's
ass
good,
shit.
Not in the building.
But that would be great if you had a tape recording of that shit going on. You got Meg on the trial and fucking Tory on trial. That would be wild.
That'd be interesting.
Bro, this is off topic. We already talked about it when we were talking about trial. Isaiah Rashad need to take bro to trial.
The guy? Yeah. Well, he didn't have an NDA. That's what he was saying about.
It don't matter.
You can still go and do that. Oh, it's
hell yeah! If you just put that shit out, for sure you find some legal action.
See, but Isaiah didn't even sound like he was worried. He was kind of like
he was more. No, he said he was more.
Because it was a good video. It was a good video. That's why.
He wasn't even heard about
Showing
it.
out. But
He was like, oh, well, that happened.
My bad. I'm dialing this back. But
he said that he had Top and somebody else call him. I forgot the dude's second name, but he said they was both trying to FaceTime him. So he's like, oh, I know it was serious. So he said, oh, I was thinking like, did one of my tapes leak? So it's like he wasn't even tripping about it. But he did talk about the
we'll keep going. We'll keep going. So I didn't mean to dial us back on that one.
Stars getting shot and shit.
Fucking Meg.
Stars be getting shot like Meg, or supposedly.
All right, what's up next? We got what's the other news? We got Elon Musk.
Yes.
You tell about Elon Musk, but from what I hear, it sounds similar to Louis C.K. Kind of.
Okay. That's an interesting one. All right, but
wasn't he whipping his shit out?
Huh?
Wasn't he like whipping his shit out?
Yeah, he was. Louis was wild though.
But
it was different. He did it more like as a power move, you know.
Louis just.
Like while the motherfuckers watching, like he's jacking. That's different.
He didn't ask anybody to jack him off.
Exactly.
Just staring at him, fucking.
He's like, yeah. You brought me that bagel ass. That's the assistant, like coming back from lunch. Like, yo, come on, man.
This is from Business Insider. SpaceX flight attendant said Elon Musk exposed himself and propositioned her for sex. Documents show the company paid $250,000 for her silence.
That seems cheap.
Yeah.
I need $1 million.
So
I asked for $1 million. Let him talk me down from there. $250.
Yeah. So
hell no.
$250. Yeah, that's a lot of money because his first offer was a horse. Yeah.
You gotta get into
so let me tell you. So there was a flight attendant. Elon has his own private jet, and he has a place for where it's like a private cabin. It's like closed off and shit.
Yeah.
So flight attendant, she starts working there. Her higher ups told her, "Hey, if you want to get more hours and more opportunity for work, you should go and get licensed as a masseuse on your own dime." So she goes and does that. She starts getting hours. Elon Musk is asking for a massage. He's
Tory kind of massage, huh?
Yeah. He's getting the massage, and then he turns over while his penis is fully erect. Allegedly, this is all allegedly.
He did that shit.
His penis is fully erect. He grabs her by the leg, and he's like offering her a horse because she's also an equestrian.
A horse?
Yeah, because that's
maybe
what she
just
wanted.
trying to like call his dick big or something.
Horse? Whose horse is that? But yeah,
he's probably like, you like horses.
But yeah, so he was touching her or he was grabbing her leg, and he propositioned her for, I don't know, an erotic massage. So everything that's being said right now was, this isn't the flight attendant. She didn't make the case for it. Her friend, she told her friend about it on a hike, and her friend was talking. Her friend was like, "You need to do something about it." So
if you don't, I will.
So she obviously rejected the massage. So once she rejected the massage, they were saying that her hours were starting to become reduced. You know, she was super excited.
What did you expect? You didn't jerk off the boss. Like you're not gonna have a job tomorrow. I'm gonna find somebody who will. I'm a billionaire. What the fuck is we talking about?
Okay. Allegedly. So this happens. This happens in 2016. In 2018, her friend actually tells her to go. Oh no, she actually goes to an employment lawyer because since her hours were getting reduced because she refused for the erotic massage, she was like, okay, I need to go talk to HR and talk about this. This is when Tesla gave her that hush-hush money, $250,000.
And that's how I know you did it.
$250,000 goes to her, and now what was the other part? Fuck, I'm forgetting. Yeah. So
I'll help you out.
No. Go.
I was gonna say some bullshit.
No, $250,000 goes over there. This is the big thing that everybody's talking about, is that, like, why would she have to be trained as a masseuse? Yeah. You know, why would she go do it on her own dime? And also, this is a fun fact.
People are asking. You're like, why did she go be what?
Why did she get training?
That's the dumbest question to ask.
That shit.
Also, like, SpaceX, they actually this is a perk for all the executives. They get to have, like, a masseuse on site. For all,
bro, they know them niggas is weird. Like, who's doing that? Y'all all get your own masseuse. These fucking old ass rich white dudes.
Yeah.
That's like, you know what's gonna happen automatic.
Yeah.
You think who was the one that was like gyrating and shit to the
I think Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. That's like, you know, the Deshaun Watson case, and you're just like, yeah, let's get him a masseuse full time. And that's gonna be some weird shit.
Yeah.
So after all this happens, Elon puts out a tweet. And he said, if I were inclined to engage in sexual harassment, this is unlikely to be the first time in my entire 30-year career that comes to light. And then he wrote, calling the story a politically motivated hit piece. So
wait, what did he say? So he said this is the first time some shit's gonna come out.
Saying,
Or
like,
not
you would already heard some shit about it.
Before the story even came out,
Yeah.
he tweeted this because he knew this shit was gonna come out.
Okay.
You know? And him trying to buy Twitter and all this, he's trying to play chess. You know what I mean?
Public relations.
He got out in front of it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's basically the story. What do you guys think? Do you guys think this is? I know you think it's true. What about y'all? You think this is true?
You
or
think
not?
it's true, Alvi? Did you put it on wax?
Elon?
Yeah.
I mean,
confirmed. Kill confirmed.
Didn't he date that one chick, Grimes?
Amber?
Grimes before Amber.
Brittany
I don't know.
Griner?
I could see it happening with Elon. I mean, he a rich dude. God knows.
I wouldn't be surprised about any of them when I hear a story like that, especially when it revolves around the massage. Like, that's pretty much the place for weirdos to be weird. But hell nah. Fuck. Fucking Renner keeps calling me.
Business call.
What up?
Business. Take it.
All right. Where were we? Oh, we were talking about Elon.
Yeah, you were saying whether or not you think he did it.
Oh, yeah. Do I think he did it? I mean, probably. Shit. If another person, if several more people come out and they seem like they got, like, credible evidence, then shit, probably. But I don't know, bro. I'm just never surprised when, like, if billionaires are acting weird.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But them cars, though.
God damn.
I've seen way more Teslas on fire than I ever have, like, in the past.
Yeah, bro. I keep getting a little nervous. Teslas, that's what he need to be focused on.
They probably just didn't update the car, bro. You just got to get an update.
Because the world distracted him with this bullshit, and we need the cars getting fucking updated, taken care of, and shit. See, he's distracted with this. But he definitely knew it was gonna come out, though. I think that's why he went out right before, like a week, like that same week, talking about, I'll be voting Republican this year or whatever. And then he tried to frame it like, oh, this is clearly just a ploy because of that. But apparently, he was alerted like about a week before that. Apparently, a source told academics that they had already alerted him that this article was going to be coming out. So it's like he basically got out ahead of it. Yo, I'm voting Republican, which apparently he always has. It's actually not news. Like, he's always been in support of Republicans.
Is this why he created autopilot? So you could get, like, fellatio or hand jobs or massages while you're driving. I'm just saying, bro. This is probably the prototype. Reason, bro.
Hey, the Cybertruck don't have that feature.
I think the auto drive feature was mostly for the tunnels he's building all across the country.
Oh,
you know about the Tesla models, tunnels. Yeah, basically they're supposed to be like subway tunnels except for cars, so to avoid traffic.
Bro, and this guy's a genius.
It's tight,
why are they giving him such a hard time, bro?
Bro, I have no idea.
He's gonna build us tunnels.
Exactly.
Yo, he offered her a horse.
And that's how I know he did it. Bro, there's so many little things like how I know he did it, all right?
Tell us.
All right. Yeah. When you're in a massage place, okay, it can get a little erotic.
Speaking from
tell us all about it.
It can get a little erotic. All right, now as a billionaire, you got a wife and kids and shit, whatever's going on. When you want some type of release. No pun intended, all right? So That's okay. The erection I understand because you get in the, you know what I'm saying, you get in the massage and shit. Then okay, the leg grab, that's too out of place. That's him just being a billionaire saying I can do whatever I want to do, right? Yeah. You gotta let her kind of take some autonomy in it and kind of figure out, like, hey, you know, you want some help. Yeah. So it's like, all right, cool. So that was too forceful for me, right? Mm-hmm. But then the hush money. You don't pay somebody $250,000 if you know you didn't do something.
What if you want them to hush?
Exactly.
I'm just saying, you being too loud. Shut up.
Yeah. So that's how I know he did it. Cause no, you would fight that shit to fucking nail in teeth. Like you're a billionaire. You know how much my lawyer team is gonna fuck your lawyer team up. Yeah. Like for a defamation case, I could buy anybody else. I'm a billionaire. But I'm gonna win this case if I know I didn't do it.
Defamation goes a long way, bro. You might want to just pay and just get it over with. Have her stay quiet, which it obviously didn't work. How you give her $250,000 and now this shit is everywhere?
Exactly.
Well, you know why? You know why? Because they have a non-disclosure, a standard non-disclosure act, which means that when you have a settlement including sexual misconduct or assault, it doesn't count for you to, like, that's why you could go take it to another lawyer and try to get and speak about it, because in California, that's where SpaceX is located. That's one of the reasons why she was able to do that and not probably have to give the money back. Yeah,
that's wild.
I'm confused.
My bad, stand against non-disclosure act.
So basically, if you sign an NDA,
you sign the NDA, but the NDA, if it's regarding a company where it's a case about sexual harassment or any type of assault or racial discrimination or something, you're okay to like go and talk about it.
So it doesn't break.
The fuck is the point of the NDA then?
Yeah.
That's tragic.
But that's like in certain states. It's not in all the states. Yeah, California is definitely one of them. The woke people. I don't think he did it. You know why? Because Elon's not from this planet. I don't think he even has a penis.
Probably don't even like girls.
like let's bring up the pictures. Like, I've never seen a dick print. I know this motherfucker be wearing gray sweats.
You are so.
Come on, dog.
Why did you say that?
What?
I've never seen a dick.
Pull up the proof. Pull up the proof.
I gotta see the print.
He said, "Yo, Elon is not packing, bro. Did you see there was no print in his pants?"
And we know from this documentary from Scary Movie 3 that aliens piss out of their fingers, dog. They ain't got no penises.
Exactly. Bro, and then you know how rich you gotta be to offer somebody a horse?
Yeah, that shit is random.
Hey, you want a horse? Like, this shit is expensive as fuck. Like, do they come with the trainer? Do they come with like a stable?
Or
like,
a
how
farm?
Feed this mother or a farm? Like, you're just gonna give me a horse? Like, is it a pure breed?
Yeah,
Can I race this motherfucker? Am I finna make some money?
I'm gonna park that horse in my garage. So.
Yeah, like, that's wild. Having restaurant, hey, I can get you a horse.
But
what, you weirdo?
She says she rides horses. She loves riding horses.
Yeah.
And I think that was...
But that's fucked up. She lost her job, though. I know I was clowning on it earlier, but she lost her job for not giving the dude a hand job. So that's kind of like fucked up.
Yeah.
But like, why wouldn't you just hire an escort at that point? Or hire somebody you know is going to do what you want to do?
Because you're a billionaire. Because the company covers masseuse.
All right, I have a question. Because all this shit is just speculation. Like, realistically, we don't fucking know. But here's a question. Would you be cool with your girl being a flight attendant on only private jets?
Not after this story. not after this story, dog.
Like, yeah, I'm with fucking... What's the guy who owns the Patriots? Robert Kraft? Yeah. She and that bitch with Robert Kraft.
Oh, shit. I don't think that's my girl.
Yeah, it's not.
And then she's like, yeah, I heard I can make more money if I start massaging these motherfuckers.
Oh, fuck out of here.
How is that sounding to you?
I'm going to tell her what's going to happen because I'm like, all right, bro, they got money in their dude, so here's what's about to happen. You know?
It's kind of predictable.
It's very predictable.
Are you breaking, like, but what if she's only working like 25 hours? I probably won't say anything. And then once it bumps up to 60 hours a week, I'm like, yeah.
She's going to come back from one of them flights acting different, bro.
Yeah, sure.
I would just predict it, bro. You're around all these fucking billionaires. They're already weird in the head. And y'all are on like a 10-hour flight together, 6-hour flight.
Yeah. But what if she's sharing some money with you? You okay with that? At that
shit.
point,
I'm getting the flight attendant bread.
Oh
shit!
Travis is sugar baby.
My girl,
you're pimping your girl out at that point. Like
100 bands,
like a night or like a flight type.
Every
shit?
month, she'll just give you $100,000. Is that still your girl?
That's a lease. That's what I'm saying. Like
that's a lease.
Yeah. Hell no. Like somebody else is buying it. You feel me? Like you know, you still might be like lovey boo whatever to her, but the money that she's getting is dirty money. It got some semen on it.
I feel like Tori's gonna start cheating on her.
Nah, why?
Well, if she's giving you the money, you're just like.
If that's like my ride or die, and then she started getting to that shit, maybe I'll let her do it for like a month, and then be like, all right, write a book about it.
Write a book about it. It's crazy. Maybe you run the finesse. Maybe you like, all right, they're gonna be weird.
Yeah.
Document all their weird shit and let's try to run up a bag. But probably not.
So like, get the money and then sue after and still make more money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, who knew that's such a play?
And then we can like be in a new house by next year. Just tough it out.
Just tough it out.
That's a great husband.
That's a very supportive husband, okay?
I'm thinking ahead, man.
Run up this bag.
Trying to put us in a new crib. I'm doing this for us.
She's going to buy the wedding ring.
You think it's easy for me? I got to be home while you on these flights doing God knows what.
It sounds like she's going to propose to you.
Yeah. Well, I'm working all day, but you working next to billionaires. She's like, hey, babe, it's just fucked up. I'm like, hey, look.
I told you, like, yo, this podcast is about to go. Like, trust me. You think you working, but we really working, dog. Like, you should see the new set. Them walls is fucking white. You would have thought we bleached them.
They got plants.
That's gonna be Sakiv's addition.
They got a whole tree in the studio. How they do that?
We had another thing, but I feel like there was some bullshit. We could just say, you know what, it's game time.
My topic's the bullshit now?
D-Ray Davis got fucking touched or some shit. Yeah, fine. Tell us about D-Ray though.
D-Ray Davis, we should just watch the video because the video, you go laugh. And it's sad at the same time, man, because they got that real sad music playing in the background.
All right, so D-Ray next time. D-Ray, we'll have the TV screen.
We can talk about that.
There was probably something else. Love Me Later, still out in stores.
Let's go.
Alvi, is there more shit we should ask?
Around the Big Stepper, still out.
Wait, you asked if you could ask questions. You was gonna ask.
Yeah, you were to ask questions.
Oh no, I was just gonna ask you for like the Bengali, just being brown aspect. Like, how did your parents feel about you doing comedy?
Bro, they think I'm a failure.
Yeah.
No, I'm just playing. But obviously, my parents would love me to be a fucking doctor, engineer, finish school, whatever the fuck it is.
Maybe a terrible doctor.
But
fuck.
Hey, hey, Robbie, you see this blend, bitch? See this blend? I did that. I did that.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
0, half, 1, 1/2, in between, baby.
Bro, don't give away the magic trick.
Yeah.
Come on, dog.
Can't reveal.
Oh yeah, my parents in comedy. I don't know. I feel like my dad, before he passed, he was like, that was the main thing. He's like, are you making money?
Yeah.
Are you making money? But it's like, I don't know if obviously it's like the same thing. Like once you start making a name for yourself, people have to see it to believe it, right? Yeah. So especially with brown parents, it's like they do want the best for you. My mom, she always be telling me, she's like, oh, I hope you have your YouTube going up. I hope your YouTube.
What does she mean? She hopes the YouTube is going. It is going up, Mom. Yeah, what the fuck are you talking about, Mom? Don't you ever fucking try to play me like that?
My mom
some peon in this game,
bro. My mom, she always be asking me. She's like, "Why don't you show me the things? I'll give thousands of likes. But then this one time, she was telling me, she's like, yeah, I only like it if you're talking about good things. And then the clip that I thought about, it's like, would you rather have sex with your mom's brain, with your girlfriend's brain trapped in it, your girlfriend's body with your mom's brain trapped in it? Like, imagine if my mom saw that. Thank God she don't.
Them the ones I just don't watch. I just don't watch them.
That would have been.
That's wild.
But yeah, like I feel like my mom, she still believes in my dreams, which is awesome to have. I think my brother supports me a lot. Yeah. And even my sisters, like they'll definitely support me. It's like they just want me to find stability in life, which is cool. At first it's not. It always exactly, at first you tell them. Like, yo, they just came from a whole different country. They're like, hey, we brought you here for opportunity. You're like, Mom, I'm going to be a comedian. It's like, yo, you just sat on our fucking hard work. You know? Like, go be a fucking doctor. You at least have the school and the degree to get your shit together. But I don't know. I feel it in my heart way more to go make people laugh versus go to school, bro. Like, that does not sound like the life that I want to be in. And shit, my family is too dysfunctional not to create comedy out of. You know?
Yeah, that's why you be like, this shit's kind of funny. Honestly. I can't lie. Like, there's a lot of funny shit happened this week. Like, I gotta too much funniness.
That's tight.
Yeah.
And I had a question for Tori before I get into that. I just want to give a quick shout out to Tori for being the creative director for Bad Guy. We're gonna get that music video going, but sure. I liked how tight knit this project was. Like, Travis was, engineering most, if not all of it, and we just like we work together on the mixes, and then we're gonna have Tori for like the videos. We'll have Sakib running the cams and shit, and like it's a tight knit circle, and like I fuck with that, and like everyone's you know putting each other up. But I was gonna ask Tori, how'd you get into like videography and all that?
Videography. Okay, so like I've always loved movies.
Yeah.
Right. And I feel like in the back of my head, I've always kind of broke down movies in a weird way, or at least loved the storytelling. The movies,
yeah.
Right. And just love storytelling in general. Like that's why I be talking about mythology and all type of shit.
That
And so,
bullshit.
yeah. And then for me, like growing up, I'd always had like a creative side where I kind of like doodle and shit like that. And like I said, like watching movies. Okay. So I had this creative side, got a little bit older, went to more business. And then it kind of became like a dichotomy. Like I didn't know which to be more of, business or videos, you know what I mean?
Got it.
And so graduating school, like at that point, I kind of started writing poetry a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then I started recording with these guys. You know, I never really wanted to take pictures. Like I hated pictures. Like I hated seeing myself on camera. I didn't like my voice, anything like that. Right? So now I'm asking myself, like, okay, I know I have this creative side that I've never tapped into, and I have this business side. So, and they weren't connecting. They kind of felt like different people.
Yeah.
Started just recording videos with them, got more loose, you know, started doing them by myself. And then I had recorded, I recorded like one of my poems that I did. And so doing that, just kind of seeing it, like I felt moved by it. So I was like, I got to just kind of keep doing it. Like, it's not even something about what I want at this point. This is something beyond me.
Yeah.
You know, like I have to start this progression of life now, you know, and kind of start breaking down those self-brought up barriers that it was.
Yeah.
So, you know, at that point I was like, okay, I have a message to tell, and I know I have a message to tell. I need to learn how to tell that message the best way as possible. You know, like when I have your attention, I want to have it for a specific reason. I want to have the intent behind it. I don't want to just say, hey, look at me, I'm doing this, yada, yada. But it's like, why? Like, what are you really saying with the shit that you're doing and like your actions? You know what I mean?
That's tight,
so I had to kind of like back down a little bit. So you asked like the videography, like it kind of all was there. And then as I started learning more and more and more, I wanted to say more things with less. You know, you can say so much with video because a video is pretty much a moving picture, but a picture can say 1,000 words.
Exactly.
So it's like, I don't want to say stuff. I want to show you something. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of just started going with there, and I just started breaking down movies and picking up screenplay books and learning as much as I can about it to create the best message, you know, the best product to get whatever message it is across.
Yeah,
and I feel like I'm
a good
still
song
learning.
called Message.
I'm still learning about like what that message is as I go along, you know, but I know that it could be to a certain quality, and I feel like that's something I do realize. Like everything I put out, I feel like has some type of quality to it. You know, like it's not just. I mean, I at first, you know, you start getting on Instagram, you paying for promotions for fucking pictures, or you wearing a Louis belt or some shit, you know, like shit like that. But
put the money phone
the money phone, like
you ain't
that was a moment, you know what I'm
phone.
saying? But like as I get older, I'm like, man, fuck that shit, because that shit really don't even matter. You feel me? So
why are you hating on the money phone? It doesn't matter now.
Yeah, no.
Wow.
So I can play the behind the scenes role, and then when I decide to pop out, and then just kind of be like.
Pop out with your cock out?
Exactly. Like going to the forest, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm in the forest right now, I'm on a little shit, and then, you know, it'll be what it is.
You can just do 2 money phones as well.
Yeah.
What are you about to say?
You know, before we close out and shit, I just want to give you your flowers, man.
Are we giving flowers today?
Yeah.
Everybody give flowers. Let's give some flowers.
Nah, because it's like...
What though?
I remember when I first started, like, I wouldn't have done comedy without, like, your push.
Oh yeah, you was on that Alpo shit.
Yeah.
Alpo
Like,
Ramirez.
Because it was just like, I feel I would always think about it. Like I've always wanted to do comedy, or like I would feel it in my heart, like, or whatever. But I remember when I started kicking it with you, I feel like you have this skill of pulling truth out of people.
Yeah, you saw Joe on the Isaiah Rashad interview, right? That's my uncle, bro.
But yeah, I think that's really cool, especially like because it helps you build confidence when you're like around someone like that. It's like you do
appreciate it.
All these other things. You fucking mix and master. You make music. You do the podcast edits.
Oh yeah.
And it's like it's really. I don't know.
I appreciate it. Much love. Oh, we being nice on the pod today. We being nice on the pod. Okay,
we got the flowers.
Y'all about to make me blush.
But yeah.
Y'all about to make me blush, bro. I appreciate it.
No, hell yeah. And then you got me trading for real. Like
I know, and this nigga been ripping. I'm getting mad. I'm like, man,
bro.
fuck this nigga. Talking about
Hey,
Amazon.
he got our first project out. My first project out.
Yeah.
That was one of the things I wanted to ask you. Like, especially like gaining your confidence when you started making music with Travis. Like, how did that help you?
Honestly, I mean, like, it was just Travis was always on the music stuff, and like me starting this music career, I was always like iffy about it because of like the confidence level.
Did you have barriers that like you had prior to working with Travis, and then when you worked with him? I don't know if it
just
like,
broke them.
certain ones down.
Honestly, it was the biggest thing was consistency, and Travis kind of fixed that. I mean, we was hitting the stew twice a week, 3 times a week, and it was always just, yo, what you want? Like, slide through, or like, what you want today? Slide through. So it was like I was always going over. We was always working on new stuff, and like even if we couldn't think of one, like we were just had like a word block or whatever it was, we'd move on to the next song, and it wouldn't be kind of like just dwelling on like the negatives.
Yeah, I'm not into that shit. Like when you force some shit, nah, because Alvi might do some shit quick and be like, nah, bro, just finish this, just do your shit today. I want to hear it back in the whip. I'm like, nah, I don't like to rush. You can't rush. I don't like rushing art, but some shit does come like super quick. But sometimes I'm like, man, I don't want to just bullshit the rest of a verse. And then I'm driving the whip. Like, I hate that shit when you finish something and then you keep hearing other bars when you hear it back. Like, ooh, man, I just thought of hella bars now. Yeah. And if I hadn't just fucking laid some bullshit down. Because then I also don't like deleting stuff and then like repeat. Unless sometimes. Yeah. Sometimes it's like doable. I almost took stuff off a message. And she ended up being one of Nas like favorite parts on it. I always like that when you like question if you're going to leave something on. And then someone specifically fucks with that part, you're like, oh, good decision. Same shit Alvi did with Sunny Days. How now he'd be like, man, that falsetto I was hitting. Yeah. Before that,
exactly. Because like you would notice things like you might say like, oh, I don't like this about whatever I created, but somebody else might love the part that you didn't like you were just saying, or like a lot of people might see something else that you didn't even see. Mm-hmm. You know, so that part's pretty cool. I like that.
It's crazy how people receive your work. Mm-hmm. You know, especially
they fuck with this one
because it's like you're in a headspace of like creating something and putting so much time into it, and you're trying to be the perfectionist that you want to be. Sometimes that perfectionist that you're trying to be, it could be more is less, or the less is more.
No, I agree with you on that because you want to make things as perfect as you can control them. Yep. But there's a quote where it's like, it's like perfection leads to lack of production or some shit like that. Yeah. Where like, that's the gist of it. Yeah, it's something like that. But basically, like if you're sitting there trying to make everything so perfect to the point where it's 6 months and y'all are still working on that same project, you're kind of dragging your feet. And that's why eventually I was trying to like rush us. Like, now we gotta have this shit done like by this weekend. Mix wise, like we need to just get it as far as we can and have something we're happy with. But we can't add another 3 weeks to this because then it's adding another 3 weeks to the music videos. Who knows what's gonna come up that's gonna add time to that. We both end up going on trips. Like everything just gets delayed, and now it's like you're a year and a half later and you're way further behind than you would have been had you just started dropping shit. And you're right, it is a lot of times little details that if people, it probably wouldn't have changed their opinion on the tape as it is. So I'm happy with this one. I feel like we did a lot, and we kept going back to mixes and adjusting stuff till we were happy with it. But I'm always excited for the next one because the next one's going to be even better. Mix is going to be better, better recording setup.
And I'm glad we released it when we did because, like, I mean, I was, like Travis was saying, he was always pushing, like, we got to get this out. Yeah. And I was always just like, all right, I was going by his word, his flow. And then now, just by God's blessing, the album being out, or the project being out, everyone liking it. Like,
everyone's saying
it live.
Better than Mr. Morale.
Exactly. We performing it live next Sunday, and we're opening up for, like, guys like NLE.
Oh, so yeah, shut that up. You gotta
he's opening for us. We're just going before him so people don't leave.
You get it.
Yep. Now we're just reaping the blessings, and it's a lot more to come. So I'm excited.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Anything else, boys?
Bro,
any last final thoughts?
Tape, man. Play this fucking tape.
Good. I know which one y'all want to hear.
Animals.
Yeah. Hey, man, it's been a great episode. We appreciate everyone who tapped in, man. Episode 63. We was in this bitch, and we out this bitch. New setup gonna be more fire than this.
Yeah.
Oh, these chemicals, they just slowly break me down. All these animals,
get 'em, girl.
They just down my walls. I can't let it go. I can't let it go.
Oh, this shit kinda loud.
Just tearing down my walls. Come hop in my ride, oh baby, won't you please? I could show you life or make some memories.
This shit is hard on the wrench, boy. This shit be slapping on the wrench, boy. I'm telling you, son.
Some old ass Chevy.
Wrangling some cows and shit, you know what I'm saying?
You want that horse?
Hell, the horse. Hey, the Elon Musk horse? Hell yeah.
Let it be.